My eating disorder started around 2001, and it surfaced because I have a lot of trauma um, with being bullied and figuring out who I am and just feeling like I never uh, fit in or was accepted by those in high school or grade school or whatnot for being different skin color or didn't have this or wasn't tall enough or wasn't masculine enough or whatnot. And I think that developed into self-sabotage. And it grew over the next 9 or 10 years, and it just anything that would occur in my life or any thing that would remind me of my trauma or just being shut down or being teased again or bullied by, and usually men, I guess it would be, it brought back um, it brought back trauma, and so therefore I would run to the eating disorder as a cover up. And my lowest point, I would say, came in 2009 when I felt like my whole world was crashing down. I was in college and I had just really manipulated the system and really was trying to do everything to do to stay in the disorder, and was told that I actually had to leave my college to receive help, and that really was just devastating to me because I felt like everyone was taking everything from me, when really Ed was taking everything from me. My family, my friends, my life, my personality, just who I am as a person, and it really sucked me dry. For a long time, as usual with eating disorder patients, is that we're really good at hiding and covering up and saying that, like I would say, like at school and stuff, I would eat. I wouldn't eat at school, but when I came home, I'd eat. Or just the different behaviors I would be doing, or over-exercising, or getting on the scale. Or my parents noticed it physically. And then they actually were told by my friend's sister, because I had mentioned it just out of context or just kind of out of the blue, and she took it into something that was more serious, and therefore told my sister, and then my sister told my parents, and then they confronted me, and I of course denied it and said, no, everything's okay, I'll be okay. And that was the summer of 2009. Went back to my school to finish out my senior year, and then in December I was told that I had to leave to get some treatment, so I did some outpatient treatment at the Moore Center in Bellevue, and then I went back, finished up my senior year, and graduated. Things got worse again, and then I ended up coming to Rosewood in January of 2011. And that was a really powerful experience. I really didn't know what I was getting myself into, and also I really didn't want to let go of the eating disorder because it was a comfort. It just felt safe. It was like the only thing I could feel like would love me, other than I knew I was loved by my family, but just that comfort of being loved by somebody else that's not family. Once I was ready to really start doing the work behind the disorder, because the disorder is only there as a cover up for what's really going on underneath, and I started really getting to the point after a few times at Rosewood in 2011 and then 2013 and some other outpatient stuff, I had to get to the point where I had to do it for me, and nobody else was going to do it for me. So I had to realize that people were actually pulling back, and the support was there, but they were also noticing that I was gaining attention from it. And so I think that Rosewood really taught me to be myself. They taught me to really shine and just really be who I am without judgment, and know that that's who I am and that's what I'm defined about, not about what I look like or who likes me or am I good enough being this or that or whatever sex you are or whatnot. So I think Rosewood really took off the layers of who unpeeled me and basically got me down to the raw and real, and really gave me an opportunity to figure out who I was and let that be the shining moment. Now, being almost a year out of the Rosewood, the entire Rosewood program, a year next month in November, I feel like I am in a better place. I'm using the tools that I was given and taking one day at a time. It is still a bumpy road. Recovery isn't perfect, but I have gotten a chance this summer to try a lot of different barbecue foods and just be amongst a lot of social events and not use the disorder as a way of I have to look like this to be able to attend, or I can't eat this because of that, but actually engaging and being present and being normalized within society. And I think that that has taught me a lot about who I am, and the fact that I don't have to use it, eating disorder anymore as a way to live my life. And so now I'm getting ready to start a new job, and I've got an amazing family and support system and friends, and but the foundation is that I can still love and accept myself and be who I am. And that's all I can be. I would say that I would tell them to get themselves into treatment and to really, really work the program. Yeah, you're not going to want to be there. I didn't want to be there. But once you, and I think you have to be ready to want to do it. And the only person that can do it is you. Nobody else can do it for you. Treatment team, whatever, you have to get to the point where you want it so bad that there's more that you have to understand that there's a light at the end of the tunnel, and that there is more out there than the eating disorder, because the eating disorder keeps you condensed, and it really does take everything away from you. You think you're controlling it, but it's really controlling you. And so my advice to future people struggling with an eating disorder is to really step into treatment and really get down to the raw and real and figure out what is behind what you're covering up with the eating disorder.